In an era of fake news, it's refreshing to be able to count on the proven facts of eras past. But while you might put your money on a network whose liberal brand is bringing bygone times to life, let's just say not everything on the History Channel, now known simply as History, is particularly respectable. Ancient Aliens might hold the dubious crown of the History Channel's least historical show. It also made its way onto Southern Poverty Law Center's Hate Watch blog for showcasing white supremacist theories.
Is it possible that the course of human civilization has been determined not by history's most profound thinkers, but by some external force?
The idea that ancient African, Asian, and Native American architectural marvels could have only been built by some kind of alien entity isn't a new one. Hate Watch reminds us that this concept was used by Andrew Jackson to justify the Indian Removal Act of 1830 in North America. In fact, much white supremacist literature over the years has suggested that non-European civilizations didn't build any wonders of the past, and that ancient Aryans are somehow secretly responsible. Switch out Aryans for aliens, and you can see why people find the show so distasteful. And as Hyperallergic points out, we already know how the pyramids were built: ramps. When it comes to the Curse of Oak Island, there exists a piece of so-called evidence that we know is a fake: the Oak Island map. This particular map looks like it got torn out of a journal someone purchased at the Dollar Tree, but the notes are in French. According to the show, this map is connected to a much more mysterious and valuable Templar document.
Zena's map and her research I find incredible. I want to prove that it's authentic. And to that end, I think we've made some strides.
But according to Donald Rue, who was once in possession of both of those documents, the two are unrelated. He also says that the Oak Island map is a fabrication created by someone in the 70s. If the show's use of those two pieces of evidence is what amounts to proof, we don't really believe anything else on Oak Island. The fact that Counting Cars star Danny Coker is living a hippie-hating, muscle car-loving, masculine stereotype isn't surprising. He's a car guy, and he likes combustion engines, loud noises, and high speed. And really, none of those things are compatible with a cleaner environment.
Guys, I'm just not feeling this.
He told the Canadian Morning Show in 2013, "Prius I've got no use for. If it gets 4 miles to the gallon and has 800 horsepower, I'm thrilled. We've got more oil than we can shake a stick at. The politicians are playing a game. Let's burn this stuff and have a good time." According to the Vegas tourist, Rick Dale from American Restoration was called out in 2012 for restoring a 1950s-style jukebox, but failing to actually repair the thing per the original agreement. Now, it's great to have a sharp-looking jukebox, but what you really want is a sharp-looking jukebox that plays music, especially if you pay someone $4,000 to do it. But not only did Dale reportedly fail to acknowledge that the work wasn't complete, he also cashed the check and stopped returning his customers' phone calls.
It's not all about the money. It's about making something that you want, your memory, alive.
Sons of Liberty is what American history would look like if the Founding Fathers were all moonlighting as characters on Riverdale. Actual history recalls the Sam Adams of 1765 as a middle-aged dude with a paunch. But in Sons of Liberty, he's hot. And that's not the show's only inaccuracy. The Journal of the American Revolution listed 22 missteps within the first episode alone.
This is yet another incident in a long line of treasonable acts committed by a childish and insubordinate colony.
Of course, this is historical fiction, and almost every piece of historical fiction ever written contains inaccuracies. It's called creative license. Just don't believe everything you see on history.
That freedom cannot be taken away from us. That is our God-given right.
In history's defense, Vikings is based on the Old Norse sagas, which National Geographic reports were written down in the 13th century, but were passed down verbally for centuries prior. So the facts recorded in the sagas have likely been embellished, altered, or even completely made up. Historians don't even agree on whether the show's central character, Ragnar Lothbrok, even existed.
Who wants to be king?
One of the biggest liberties showrunners took was with the relationship between Ragnar and Rollo. In real life, assuming Ragnar existed, the two men were not only not brothers, it's unlikely they ever even met. And the show's timeline is suspect too, as we see our favorite marauders raiding a monastery in Season 1 and then attacking Paris in Season 3, two events that happened 120 years apart according to Ranker. Also, the Vikings did wear helmets, though not horned ones. Christians didn't crucify heathens, and Vikings almost never fought pitched battles since they preferred raids. Sadly, that doesn't leave a whole lot of room for the truth. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about your favorite TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.